The political. So this concept is not the most abstract concept, but it is not so easy to get hold of. So let's go slowly. Yeah, let's figure out what it means when we say the political. What do we refer to? Yeah, this is the meaning of working with concepts. Yeah, that we get a better idea. What do we mean when we use this concept? Yeah, and we encounter this concept quite often, and in life, in society, and also it has very much to do with society. So, and yeah, if you study, yeah, your civics, or you even get into studying economics or sociology or law, you will get political theory, and of course in political science also you will meet this. But for everybody, it's quite good to know the political. What is that all about? So let's put it into the workshop. Yeah. So a good way to start with figuring out a concept is often to write it down, maybe look at its different components, look it up in the dictionary. But yeah, it's here there is an obvious part of the word that is like sticking in my face, and that is pull. Yeah, the pull. So yeah, this word, yeah, smells of police, polemics, polarization, different things comes to my mind when I associate Paul. Probably quite a deal of things, yeah. A pole, and let's start out with the intuition of the pole. Yeah, this is very much what it's about. So it's about that something forms into a pole, and by forming into a pole, there is the potential for polarization. So you may have this intuition from physics. Yeah, you get a magnetic pole, and then there is this positive pole, and then there is also then what we call a negative pole. So polarization is implied when there is a pole. Yeah, and the political has to do with society. Yeah, so that's why we encounter it in social science disciplines. It's because it has to do with the fundamentals of society, about the sheer existence and constitution of society. Yeah, what we call the political constitution. I make a separate examination of this concept, and I put a link to that in the description below. But in these videos about the political, I want to work my way towards a definition of the political in the fourth video that I just named the political 4. But it's like let's move slowly. We get a better and deeper conception if we go slowly about it, and no, don't let ourselves be disturbed by all sorts of other things than just focusing on the concepts. Yeah. So I've given you this intuition of the pole, yeah, and the potential polarization. Yeah. So society can fall apart. They actually do. There have been many thousands, if not millions, of societies on Earth, and right now we are down to, of political entities on the planet, we are down to 200-300. But after the Second World War, we may have counted 69 to 100. And then there were a lot of new society emerging when the political entities, when the empires were crumbling, and we got new nation states. And so societies, these are, they're not so fixed as we may think. They transform, and it's because of their potential for polarization. They can fall apart. They can also come into a polarization with other societies and be annihilated in war, for instance, or all this that we study when we study the political, for instance, political stability. I use the concept there very concretely for instance, in the stability report when I go over society and their political stability. But just to open up here, this about the polarization and this whole political dynamics. I'll get to that in the next video on the political, in the political 2, but here in the political 1, just get a grasp about what the political is, that it's about society, and society is very abstract concept. So I define society as a body social, so a lot of bodies together where there is a distribution of power, where there is a political constitution. This makes them so that there is some distribution of power that holds this body social together and facilitates that there can also be skirmishes inside without the whole breaking up. But the potential for the whole breaking up is also there as a result of the distribution of power. For instance, if it's totally lacking, then there could be anarchy, and then it could break up to several societies. For instance, you saw the former the former Republic of Yugoslavia fell apart after the Cold War ended. Then it fell apart, and 7 new entities emerged there. So it was distribution of power is what keeps society together. And a large part of that is actually that the political form is working. The political form we know best here is the state. That the state is working in society, policing, regulating society. And there we have it again, the policing, police. You will encounter people who also call themselves the police. Not just the band, but also on the street. Maybe you will see they write it on their uniforms, the police. So to get started, the political has to do with society, and what we call politics is a part of that, but it's not the political. When we talk about the political, we are actually able to say that this is about society, and we can objectify society. Politics tends to sneak in, into the way we look at society. So I perceive society like this, and then you may say, no, but I have a different conception of society, and then I can learn a lot from that. But I could also maybe get into polemics, and yeah, there could be a sort of politicking about how do we understand society. And yeah, if you have a very interesting conception of society, then it will. I would very much like to hear about it, and I'm sure everybody would. So the just we can of course discuss all these things, and what do we mean with different concepts, and is there a better way to define them or something like this. So but that is intellectual politicking, yeah. So but what we call politics, yeah, usually called politics is for instance, with the definition from Eastern, we have the allocation of resources in society. I say the allocation of authority and resources. So who shall decide, and what is the framework for deciding how to distribute? Shall the king have all the treasure, or and then give it to the people, or shall parliament be able to make laws about this or that? This can be the result of a political struggle, but politics, basically when we refer to it, is that when society is already there, then politics is the struggle between different ideas and about how to distribute resources, and who shall decide, and who shall govern, and who shall be the leader of government, and stuff like this. This is politics, where when we talk about the political, it has wider implications. Yeah, it has to do with society. Yeah, and it influences the economic order, and influences the cultural order, and works through this regulation of the social order. Yeah, where the police is a very central part of the political, of what keeps society together as one. So next time we go a little deeper into polarization. So in the next video, I want to start from there. But I hope you got somewhat deeper conception. Yeah, the more founded our conception are, the better we can orientate ourselves in the world, and the less vulnerable also we become to people who say, oh, you talk about politics, what do you mean when you say politics? And then, yeah, if we have in advance a good founded idea about the concepts that we use, we have a much better understanding, and can maybe even make theories, so we can pursue wisdom and knowledge and truth about the matter. So yeah, that ends it for the political one.